Right, this one has been chaos already. We've had game crashes, failed deals, and last minute changes behind the scenes. But none of that matters now as we head to Zagreb needing a result to keep our European run alive. Right, so I have had a little bit of an issue behind the scenes, and as you can see, we were about to sign this Anton Matkovic, and it ended up. Well, first of all, the stadium mod I was having was causing a crash every time I played that second leg against Zagreb. So I've ended up sort of having to replay the game against St Mirren, which is I think the game before that, and having to go back through and sign a couple of players that we'd agreed to sign just a little bit later on in the episode due to the crash. And that guy that we were signing, who we were just at with the start, he somehow between agreeing a contract and us confirming the signing, picked some sort of knee injury up where he's out to 3 to 5 months, and eventually the transfer gets cancelled because he fails his medicals. So we've cancelled it now before it goes any further. Like I just showed with the injury, he does have the injury now, so it was always going to happen. And we do go ahead and sign Ryan Fraser, who is ex Aberdeen from the area, and I thought he'd be useful. Not necessarily a first team starter, but a good squad player with experience and more importantly, homegrown club, homegrown as well for the squad registration rules for Europe. Also, along with that, we're signing Ralston from Celtic, which is only going to be 135k. Again, Scottish, so homegrown quota, fills that. Good right back, and it's another option there. And yeah, I thought might as well. He seems like he could be an improvement on probably Devlin, and another option to Jack Milne. And I think Fraser could be pretty useful. He can play pretty much either wing, and obviously we've got a few youngsters in Keskinen and Milanovic. They're both like 23, 24, so he is getting on a little bit, and I've probably overpaid here, seeing as it's coming in at 1.4 million for him, and that's probably why the board aren't particularly happy with it. But yeah, I was kind of panicking after that other deal fell through, and I just thought rather than spend the cash on a youngster that I'm probably not going to be able to register for Europe anyway, I'd rather actually add to the quality for the bench, because last season we were struggling for players that we could actually bring off the bench in Europe because we just couldn't register enough players basically. So yeah, little breakdown for you of what's actually gone on behind the scenes. I did play the match against St Mirren and completely not thinking. After the game crashed and I reloaded the save, I wanted to get back to the same point as quick as possible, so I just simmed it. And yeah, didn't even think about that. So unfortunately, we don't have footage of that game, which you will see coming up shortly. But Ralston comes in, 27-year-old, 3.5 star current ability. Obviously, he's not going to get any better, but I think he was going to be a good signing for us. So, well, we have now got that all important second leg against Dinamo Zagreb. Obviously, won the first game 4-3 with it was a bit of an up and down game, wasn't it? We went 2-0 up to start with, 2-0 down, sorry, to start with, pulled it back to 2-2, then went 3-2 down, and then eventually went on to win the game, fortunately, with a very late winner. So hopefully we can at least get a draw in this one and carry on through and extend our journey in the Conference League this season. Not going to be an easy game, though. And I think in the last leg, I might have said that Scott McKenna was ex-Aston Villa when I actually meant he was ex-Aston. Nearly said it again then. He's actually ex-Aberdeen. So it'd be nice to get one over him. Obviously, we did in the first leg, but this is the one that matters. As a good block there from Brandon Williams to stop the tapping at the far post as the shot gets deflected. And we're quite happy with this scoreline. Obviously, we don't need to win this game. Winning 4-3 in the first leg means we can settle for a draw, and it's going to be Zagreb that has to do all the pushing, and that sort of is suggested by the current shot count. The stats are certainly suggesting that they've done the majority of the attacking so far. As we approach half time, 40th minute with a corner now for Zagreb, and it's going to be Zach who crosses it into the near post, and of course, it just had to be, didn't it? Because why not? Football Manager doing Football Manager things. Scott McKenna scores against his former club and puts Zagreb back level in the tie. Right on the stroke of half time as well. And another corner now. Zach whips this one in. Fortunately, we clear this one, and now Amaro is going to break on the counter attack. Has he got any support? He has. He's going to play it forward to Keskinen. Keskinen's going to dribble past his man. Can he find anyone in the middle? He's going to cut back on his right foot, pull it back. And this shot, I think, hit the post from Redondo, and Amaro, who started the attack, taps it into an open goal to make it 1-1. Literally, probably the last kick of half-time, before half-time, I would imagine. And it all comes from a Zagreb corner. And yeah, Redondo getting the assist. I'm pretty sure his shot was actually comes back off the post, but we will take it. Our two new signings can combine in there to put us back level. And yeah, thankfully we didn't have to wait too long for a goal. Let's see if we can maybe add to it though. And fully make this completely comfortable. As it seems to be quieting down. They've just had a man go off with an injury. And Poco, who I believe played in the first leg, he's either moved into that centre mid slot or he's just come on. We'll make a couple of changes and we'll bring on Balalovic for Moises and we will bring Lazatic on for Cullen. It appears with those two strikers that none of them seem to actually be able to do anything when they start the game. And Herrera, I've just noticed, has picked up a knock. And what did that say there? Just so badly something, and then the dugout message changed. So hopefully nothing too serious. I would imagine the fact that he's I was going to say, seeing as he's still playing on, can't be that bad. But I'm pretty sure he in season 1 he had a really bad injury and cost us a goal, and then ended up being out for like 3 months. So right, 89th minute, can we maybe steal a winner as Devlin goes past his man? Balls it across to the far post. This shot is cleared from Keskinen. Lazatic goes down looking for a penalty, but it's not going to be given. And now Zagreb are looking to counter-attack. But Brandon Williams clears it and it goes out for a throw-in. 5 minutes of added time. As long as this scoreline stays the same, we will be progressing. And we've got a corner for Zagreb now. And it's cleared from Redondo, but it's going to come back with Vidovic. And Zach pulls it into Beljo. And he scores to make it 2-1 in Fergie time, coming back to bite us as they score their own Fergie time goal. They make it 5-5 on aggregate, and it looks like this tie is going to be going to extra time. We've played 40 seconds more than the allotted time. We've got a free kick out on the left, though, with Milanovic. Is something going to happen, or I would imagine the whistle gets blown. Yeah, whistle's been blown. So we are going to be playing extra time. Another half an hour to decide this tie after we let it slip literally right in the last minute or two. And yeah, Devlin looks absolutely exhausted, so we'll get him off. To be fair, most of our players are looking exhausted, so we'll make all the changes we can. And let's see if we can get back level in extra time. Herrera plays it out to Jensen. Naremu into Keskinen. Fires it over the top to Lazatic. The keeper comes out and clears it, but Balalovic surely with an open goal makes it 2-2. And the keeper did so well to stop Lazatic getting onto the first ball, but it comes straight out to Balalovic with an open goal. and he fires it past the scrambling goalkeeper to make it 2-2 and 6-5 on aggregate in the tie, putting us back in front. Now, can we hold on? 20 minutes in game time left. Half time and extra time, back level. 15 minutes to hold on for. Hopefully, we don't throw it away this time. Zagreb will be throwing everything and the kitchen sink at it, trying to get that winner. McKenna tries to play it out, and Araimu's stolen it. Goes for the shot, but the goalkeeper is going to get a hand on it and put it out for a corner kick. Good chance there. Well read from Araimu, but unfortunately for us, doesn't put it away. As the cross comes in from the free kick, Nosta heads it down. Lazatic makes no mistake, puts it 3-2 up, but it looks like there's going to be a VAR check. But the goal is confirmed. We are 3-2 up with a 2-goal cushion now. I think that should be it. And we should be progressing through to the next round, thankfully. After nearly throwing it away, we gave ourselves an extra half an hour just to score a few more goals. So, can we maybe get another one here as Balalovic enters the box, cuts back on his left foot and lays it back to Milne. Gets it back, pulls it back into the middle. Keskinen lays it off to Amaro. And Araimu, good effort, but it's going to be saved and go out for another corner. And I'd imagine by the time this gets cleared or whatever happens with it, it's going to be pretty much full time. Milanovic swings it in. It's cleared back out to him. And he's going to let it trickle out for a throw in. 30 seconds left now. So I'd imagine the players will be taking the time with absolutely everything. Milne throws it into Balalovic. And now Milanovic goes past his man. Fires it in towards the far corner, but it's going to go out and be a goal kick, which I would imagine is not going to get taken, and it's not. And we finish 3-2, 7-5 on aggregate. So considering we were incapable of scoring against Sion until like that last 2 minutes, we managed to score 7 goals across the 2 legs in this one. Great tie for the neutral, and it was badly something for Herrera, as he's got a badly fractured wrist. So that's not ideal. As we received 2.5 million for qualifying, so that's good. That's what we were looking for. And Hiran's considering leaving on a free transfer. Honestly, strop after strop after strop with him. Never happy. At this point, to be honest, I'll quite happily get rid of him. What will we say? Yeah, we'll just say we'll try and cash in on him now and see if anyone wants him. Right, we're gonna need a new goalkeeper, aren't we? After with Herrera going to be out now for what was it, 3 months or something? So a higher asking to leave, valued at between 350 and 550. It wouldn't be too bad, but then obviously we would need to replace him. So I will see if his agent can drum up any interest. What's he saying? Nobody interested. How convenient. Wants to leave on a free, but nobody wants him. So that's great. Litherland returning to full fitness, which is at least a positive there. And probably makes sense to get a loan in. And I think I've actually looked at this guy a couple of times. So we'll try and put an offer in for Proctor and see what they say. I want him to be my first choice, which is fine for now. But then obviously once Herrera comes back, might be a little bit of an issue. Also, the fact I can't offer exactly how much they want. Oh, 40k if he doesn't play and they're happy. I'm happy with that. Aberdeen facing goalkeeper crisis. You are not wrong. At least they have accepted that, so we could potentially be getting a new goalkeeper in pretty quickly. But unfortunately, as we approach this game against Celtic, it's going to be Presley who's in goal. So, yeah, not ideal to be playing our strongest opposition in the league, and we have to play a youngster in goal. 7 minutes in, we pick it up with a corner for Celtic. It's cleared out to the edge of the box, and Jota's going to pick it up. He's going to go past his man, Bullock to the near post, but the goalkeeper stops it and puts it out for a corner kick. Ralston, by the way, making his debut today against the team that we've just signed him from, so he'll be looking to make an impact. He were looking for a nice, good result. Gore is also playing, and Aremu partners him in the defensive midfield. Ryan Fraser also making his debut out on the right wing, and we have Louis Barry out on the left wing as well. So, a few new signings in this one. Litherland also back from injuries, back in the left side of defence. And we seem to be getting peppered, to be honest, in terms of the chances. So, right, Scales bringing it out from the back, gives it Tierney. He plays it a little 1-2 with Jota. And Celtic quite comfortable at the moment, just keeping possession. As Tierney fires one round the side of the defence to Jota. He's going to come back onto his right foot, crush it to the far post. And Kolpani is there with the header to make it 1-0 to Celtic. And unfortunately, all those chances, they have finally made one count. And we find ourselves 1-0 down away from home. Only 2 days rest since our last game. So, I mean, I do say that, but we have also made about 5 changes to the squad. Could be, it is fresh legs, but obviously the chemistry won't quite be there with some of the players. So, can we maybe respond to that instantly? As Jensen now out on the left hand side comes inside. Ball falls to Barry. Cullen looking for Fraser. He's going to get intercepted, and Celtic are looking to counter attack again now. So Jota playing it into Nygren. He plays it out wide to the right with Johnston. Nygren now into Maeda, and a foul from Aremu, giving Celtic a free kick, probably 35 yards out, probably too far to shoot. Kolpani on it with his left foot. He goes too far to shoot, he says. I mean, that is some free kick. I mean, I feel like the goalkeeper should be getting there, whether it's a youngster or not. He seems to be there, and he just doesn't seem to actually keep it out. So, I mean, was it a good free kick, or was it a goalkeeping stinker? Because couldn't quite tell from the replay, but maybe that's why he went for it. Thought he'd test out the youngster in goal. And so much for an instant reply from us, as we've given it away again now. Are we going to be punished for Kolpani out on the right hand side? Pulls it back, it's deflected, goes to Niagara, and the shot is saved though by Presley. Actually manages to get his hands on this one. It goes out for a corner, and thankfully for us, nothing's going to come from it. And it looks like there's going to be one more chance before half time, and it's probably going to be for Celtic. Kolpani goes past Jensen, pulls it across into the middle. It's blocked and falls straight back to Nygren, who turns and fires it past the goalkeeper, and it's going to be 3-0 at half time. and it is not going well in this game. Right, Celtic get us underway for the second half, 3-0 up. Let's see if our words at half time can make any sort of impact. Tierney crosses it in. How have we conceded 20 seconds into the second half? He's literally just run straight down the wing, crossed it to the far post, and the big man jumped and got onto the end of it, and the goalkeeper stood there and watched it go past him. So, good to see that our words spoken at half time actually did something, but yeah, 4-0. I don't see us getting a positive result from this one. Yeah, getting absolutely peppered in terms of shots. 16 to our 3, 10 on target to our 1, and a 2.85 XG to a 0.14 for us. Fair to say, not only are they having all of the shots, they're also having some pretty good chances in there as well. So maybe I'm being a little harsh on the youngster in goal, but pretty tough. Tough. I'd imagine this is his debut, so probably a pretty tough game to make your debut in. Unfortunately for us, though, he was our only option as Milanovic gets round behind, but saved by Tickle. Wonder if Kasper Schmeichel's gone from Celtic now, or whether he's just injured. Louis Barry's picked up a knock and indicating he wants to come off, so that's great. Lazatic now plays it into Louis Barry, sends it out wide to Jensen down the left-hand side. Comes all the way back to Milne. Gets it back again. Crosses it towards the far post. And Lazatic, that is his bread and butter. But unfortunately, he heads it against the crossbar and it comes out. And the scoreline stays intact. And it is still 4-0 to Celtic. Probably our best chance of the game so far. And you'd have expected Lazatic to do better with it. The big man is usually good in those sort of scenarios. And unfortunately for us, doesn't hit the target this time. As Gallo now gives it to Engels, plays it into Maeda. Maeda fires it around and it makes it 5-0. And this game just keeps getting worse and worse. Yeah, certainly not a good day at the office, and certainly not a good debut for a few of these players. Not necessarily their fault, but in terms of the actual game and the scoreline, not great, unfortunately. Hopefully, we can keep it at 5 or at least maybe get a goal back. It's already pretty embarrassing, but anything more would be pretty disastrous. Sprazer tries to create something, goes down, but the ball's sent into touch, and I'm not seeing any signs of a foul, so it's just going to be a throw in. As Gort fires it into Moises, he goes down, falls to Fraser, fires it to the back post. Balalovic gives it to Aramu, and his effort goes over the bar again. Seems like every time I've seen Aramu have a shot, it's gone over the crossbar, so not that it would really have made much of a difference at this point. Obviously, would have only cut the deficit to 4 goals, which I guess would have been slightly less embarrassing, but Balalovic stolen it, looking for a consolation, decides not to shoot, cuts in on his right foot, goes down, and it's going to be a penalty unless a VAR interferes, or intervenes rather. The referee's called for it. VAR is checking it, and penalty is awarded. So are we going to get a consolation goal, or is this game just going to just keep getting worse? Going to be Lazetic who takes it. And he's going to fire it into the bottom corner to give us a goal, at least. Something to celebrate. 90th minute goal. Only going to be a consolation, but I was having flashbacks to the Armstrong penalties there, so thankfully he saved this one. Obviously, no Armstrong this season. Hoyran looks like he's on his way out. So I'm not sure who's actually going to be the dedicated penalty taker this year. It's maybe just going to be mix and match with whoever's on the pitch. So good to see Lazetic scoring the first one I've seen Lazetic take, I think. So, yeah. Poor result, though. 5-1. Getting slapped by Celtic there. Puts them up to 5th place and puts us down to 7th. So, yeah, not a great day at the office. Right, Ralston suffers defeat against former club. Yes, he does. And certainly not a good result for us. As Setford is going out on loan, who's the young goalkeeper. Ups, who I would love to have signed. I've had him on another save, and he was really good for me. Quite cheap as well for a really good centre back. He's pretty big. He's gone to Bayern Munich under 19s. So let's see if we can maybe get him on loan, because no, they want too much money, unfortunately for us. And Proctor's coming through pretty quick anyway, so we should have him in time for our next game, hopefully. I would imagine so, as that is tomorrow. So at least we will have a fairly capable goalkeeper for this game. And the board are very happy with that. And the fans are also pretty happy. And you might notice there, we've had an offer accepted for Brenner and a loan rejected for what's his name again? Ivanovic. That's it. I couldn't see the message there. Losing my eyesight. And we're going to be signing Brenner on loan. 7 mil optional future fee. Obviously, this is going to be the same as Louis Barry. Unless things drastically improve in the finance department and in terms of the sort of budgets that we're getting, it's really not likely to happen. But hopefully, this loan deal goes a little bit better than the last Brazilian that we signed did in Andre Henrique. And we'll be looking for Brenner to make an impact, because the two strikers that we've currently got are both pretty hit or miss. Right, you'll see we have got Sam Proctor in goal for this game. Brenner is starting. Amaro also starting. Litherland in the defence. And Bulston, Fraser also starting. And Redondo as well. So quite a few of our new signings playing this game. Obviously, we had quite a few playing the last game against Celtic, which didn't go so well. So hopefully we can get back to winning ways here, as Dan Gore's on the bench. And unfortunately, that Louis Barry knock in the first game is going to keep him out of this one as well. Or in the Celtic game, sorry. Is going to keep him out of this one. Right, Dundee getting us underway. We've dropped Brenner in the number 10 role in this one, rather than playing him up front. Obviously, with Hoyran looking to leave the club, Brenner will be his replacement. So he's obviously capable of playing up front as well. So he does offer us another option there. But we'll see how he gets on, and hopefully he can do the business for us and provide the goals and assists that Hoyran just didn't really do for us, apart from the very odd occasion and the odd penalty as well. Pretty quiet first half an hour with no chances of note. And I think we need to do some shooting practice, because we seem to have one shot on target to every 5 shots. It's pretty crap at hitting the target. As Amaro goes for the free kick from pretty far out, it's going to be saved and put out for a corner. Good effort for from the youngster there. Obviously, already seen him score one free kick this season, so we certainly know he's capable. And our nemesis from season one, Sir Belge, he's certainly capable of scoring a goal as well. Hopefully, not today though. As they're looking to attack down the left-hand side now with Ferry. And skips past Ralston fairly easily, heads it to the far, crosses it to the far post, and Sturton with a header puts it wide. That's a massive chance for Dundee United there. Probably should have scored. And probably should be half time 1-0 up. Thankfully for us though, they missed, and we are still level. And let's see if we can take any chances in the second half. Eskinen seem to be having a fairly good game. Along Brenner still on an average rating of 6.7. So I mean that's what they start on. So he's not doing bad. He's not doing great, but he's certainly doing better than Fraser and Lazatic. So as we're attacking down the left now with Keskinen, trying to skip past his man. Passes it inside to Brandon Williams. Brandon Williams plays it around the outside to Keskinen. He cuts in on his right foot. Fires it in at the near post. Goalkeeper stood still, probably expecting him to bend it round him, and he fires it straight past him. And Keskinen puts us 1-0 up. And we'll move Brenner further up. And we'll get Lazatic off for Milanovic. And see if we can maybe nick another goal. Keskinen skins his man again. Gets tackled, but it comes out to Brandon Williams. He fires it to Keskinen. The shot is saved, but only as far as Milanovic's header, and it goes in to make it 2-0, 61 minutes in, and we are certainly taking our chances in this second half. Probably a little bit lucky there how it's came to Milanovic, but we'll certainly take it. Making an instant impact off the bench, so a good substitution from myself there, if I do say so myself. There's a Noston out. Fires it into Brenner. Keskinen, can he find anyone on the right? He can. He finds Brenner. Brenner's going to go past his man. Plays it inside to Ryan Fraser. And Ryan Fraser scores his first goal since coming back to the club after a long stint away in England with Bournemouth. And actually, has he got Newcastle as well, I think? And then obviously we signed him from Australia. So he's gone from sunny Australia back to bonny Aberdeen and some snow, I would imagine. And yeah, we'll make a couple of subs now. I think the result and the 3 points should be in the bag. So we'll give some other players a chance. We'll bring Dan Gore on. We'll bring Ayrton Moises on. And we'll bring Milalovic on and give the other players a rest. And hopefully not throw this game away. 87th minute. Ayrton Moises going to go past his man. Cut back on his left foot, but it's going to be cleared. Redondo wins it. Heads it back in, but it's cleared again. Dan Gore back into Moises. Goes past both of the men that were trying to mark him. Shoots across goal, but it hits the post. And it's cleared as far as Brandon Williams on the left. Pressure piling on Dundee United here. And Brandon Williams dawdles on it. Gets tackled. And Dundee are looking to attack now. Trying to counter. The Belge. Not causing us any chaos today, thankfully. As he passes it out to the left with Graham. Berry tries to fire a pass in behind, but Proctor's come out and claimed it. And looks like, unless anything happens in this last few minutes, that he'll be getting a clean sheet on his debut, which is great. Great to see. Redondo fires it out wide. The pass is intercepted, and Ferry's going to look for the attack now. Down the left-hand side with him and Barrington. Barrington's going to go past Ralston. Turns back. Cross comes in from deep. Barrington again. Puts in on his right foot. He's brought down, and it's going to be a free kick just outside the box out on the left hand side. Too tight of an angle to shoot from, and thankfully for us, nothing's going to come from it. And it looks like that is where it's going to end. So, nice 3-0 victory. Certainly a much more positive result than the Celtic game. And we are back to winning ways and back into the top 4. So, yeah, good performance there. Keskinen doing what we needed him to do. And, right, so we've just had the squad registration now for the rest of the Conference League. And we've managed to add Fraser and Ralston, which were obviously easy, and Proctor because you have to have 2 goalkeepers. So, that was easy enough. We've also added Brenner because obviously he'll replace Hoyran in there. But unfortunately, Louis Barry and Dan Gore will miss out on Europe, which is a bit of a shame. But it was pretty tricky with the registration rules. So they're both loan signings. Obviously, so is Brenner, but he had a like-for-like replacement in Hoyran. So yeah, it's a shame. Obviously, they won't be able to play in Europe, but needs must. And yeah, rather than show you the ins and outs of me trying to pick and choose who to take, or just go through and actually show you the end result of it, basically. As we are 8 minutes in against Hearts and 1-0 down within the 8 minutes. So, not a great start to this game. After a good performance as well and a good result against Dundee United, we would be looking to make back-to-back wins, and unfortunately has not started off great. You'll see from the formation on the right-hand side, Keskinen, Milanovic and Fraser all in behind Brenner, who starts up front this game. Redondo and Amaro in the 2 number 6 slots, with Williams in left back, Litherland, Nosta in centre back, Ralston in right back, and obviously Proctor in goal again, as we don't really have anybody else. And yeah, fairly unchanged team, to be honest. Just a couple of changes, maybe just the one change actually, with Brenner starting up front. Hopefully we can get a good result. Not started off so great though. 33 minutes in, Hearts are looking to try and get another goal here. As Danda plays it out wide to the left, and I thought that was in there. It's actually hit the back of the net, and they come very close again with, I don't actually know his name, and I was trying to look at it then, but unfortunately we have another highlight. I say unfortunately, it's a highlight for us. So if we could get a goal, that would be great. Brandon Williams fires it in, but it's going to be cut out by James Bree. But Brandon Williams has picked it up again, threading a ball through to Ryan Fraser. He makes no mistake in finishing, fires it past Xander Clark, and we are back level. Great pass there from Brandon Williams to find Ryan Fraser. Did brilliantly to get onto the ball from Liverland and then thread that ball straight through to Ryan Fraser on his weak foot, fires it straight through the goalkeeper to put it back level 1-1, and we are back in the game. Yeah, that left winger, Kaiseridis. Kizaridis? We'll go with that. Kaiseridis. Absolutely butchering these names. Usually not too bad with their pronunciation, but yeah, some right funky names here. And Danda puts back on his right foot, gives it to Kaiseridis, and he had to go and score just to make me say his name again. And we find ourselves 2-1 down just before half time. Unfortunately for us, not really sure who's to blame here. Maybe it's the defender who was closest to him, allowing him to get the shot off. Not sure actually who it was, but yeah, we're heading at half time. 2-1 down to Hearts, which means they'll be up to 4th and we'll be down to 6th as it stands. And yeah, was looking for back-to-back wins, and we're certainly not looking like that's going to happen at the moment. Right, nearly 60 minutes in now. Nothing happened since half time as of yet. Looking fairly even, to be fair, on the match stats. Other than the XG, much in Hearts' favour, as you'd expect, in as they have scored 2 goals. The shot count's pretty similar, and got a few anxious, aggressive, and frustrated players here. But we'll make a couple of subs. We will get Ayrton Moises on, and we'll get Cullen on. Brennan, unfortunately, not able to do anything today, so we'll get Cullen on up top, Moises in the 10, and we'll bring Dangora on for Redondo and see if we can maybe get back into this game, as there is only 13 minutes left. Time running out real quick. Maybe we can do something here with Ryan Fraser taking the corner on his right foot. Is Ryan Fraser right-footed? I was very sure he was left-footed. As Ralston plays it into Moises. He's going to be absolutely hacked down by Kaiseridis, and it's a red card. And yeah, that was a pretty poor challenge there. We'll get Ryan Fraser off for Blalovic, and we'll also get Amaro off. Only 4 minutes left now. We're running out of time. Can we maybe get an equaliser? Eskinen over the top. It's going to end up in Xander Clark's hands, and too far for Cullen. Unable to get onto the end of it. Need another wonder pass from Brandon Williams as he goes looking for one, but it's going to be too far for Keskinen. And Sergio Aurier is a bit of a throwback to episode 1 of the series. Passes it back to the goalkeeper, and unfortunately nothing comes of it. Keskinen here gives it back to Brandon Williams. He turns and cuts it back on the right foot, fires it to the edge of the box with Ralston, plays a 1-2 with Moises, goes for the long range effort, but Xander Clark watches it go past his post, and unfortunately for us, it's going to be a goal kick, and it looks like it's going to finish 2-1 to Hearts, unless... No, 6 minutes of added time wasn't enough for us to get an equaliser, and the scoreline finishes 2-1. Hearts win the Battle of Tynecastle Park, and we fall down the league table again, unfortunately. Right, I'm just going to have a little look through the transfer page to show everyone that we've brought in. Litherland obviously coming in for 3.5 mil. Louis Barry and Dan Gore both on loan. Signed Redondo for 3.5 million and Ryan Fraser for 1.4. Sam Proctor and Brenner also coming in on loan, and Ralston coming in for 135k. So those are the players that we've actually signed, and hopefully those are the players that can do the business for us this season, and we can hopefully improve on, even if it's not position-wise, because obviously we finished third and the only teams in front of us is Rangers and Celtic. At least try and close the gap and at least try and go a little bit further in the Conference League this season. But we will see. So that's the transfer window closed. We're through in Europe, but the league form has been absolutely all over the place. This is the squad now, and next episode, we'll find out if it is good enough. Thanks for watching. Do me a favour, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.